Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today we've actually got a Billy Joel. Now, have we done a Billy Joel before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We've done older Billy, not older age-wise Billy Joel. Is
Older,
like
year-wise.
Like live at in New York.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
During some of his concerts, he played Piano Man.
Yeah, we did Piano Man.
We had Piano Man. We had him playing with Paul McCartney. Who flew in.
Yeah.
From, that interview.
Mm-hmm.
Which was pretty cool when you think about it.
That one was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was from Shea, from
Mm-hmm.
Billy Joel at Shea Stadium.
Yep.
So,
okay, so
anyway.
I haven't heard this one yet. This is live from 1977, The Stranger, but I haven't heard it. I don't know what it's about.
well, think of the last couple that we have filmed, okay, have had things to do with, basically things don't always appear as they seem. And this follows that theme.
Okay.
I don't think that it probably is not going to hit you
as much as the last one.
the last one did.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but it's kind of, I'll do the spoiler alert, okay, because it's about masks people wear.
Okay.
Okay.
Literal or metaphorical?
Metaphorical.
Okay.
I mean, because what you see on the outside is not necessarily what you see on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hey, happy, getting eaten up inside.
I was talking to a friend
vice versa.
the other day, and she was saying, I hate it when I see people wearing, for instance, she said church masks. You act one way
on Sunday
and then
on Monday,
it's
the
completely
mask comes off.
Exactly, and you see
Right.
the real person.
So
I
that's
get you.
pretty much how this fits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just like what you said, I used to have a boss who, when you're talking to them and they're listening to you and they're like, yeah, with this big smile on their face, and on the inside they're really going. Like that.
So do you understand? Yeah, sure.
But you think
not at all.
Well, no, they understood, but you weren't going to get your way because they really disagreed with you, even though they were telling you that they were agreeing with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are all the different kinds of
Right.
masks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and and that's pretty much what they're saying. You've seen people with masks, but the twist is, have you ever let them see you without your mask?
Not a lot of people know. Not a lot of people know. No, you have to be very close to me to see me. And that's also going along with the letting your guard down.
Right.
You have to be somebody very, very close to me to get me to really let my guard down.
But you understand, you can see other people when they do it, and you talk about them two-faced, and whatnot. Okay, but have you ever let the other person see you without your mask? That is
depends on who the person is, and it depends if I can trust them.
And see, that's what's cool about this song. That's cool. That's what's cool about the concept of the song.
Okay.
Okay, because it's not all one-sided.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. As a lyricist, I just find that really cool how he has put this together. So, this song, yes, I obviously have heard it. I wore through 2 8-tracks of this, and because the entire album is a really cool album.
Okay.
Okay, so it's probably my favorite Billy Joel album that I've ever.
I
owned.
haven't listened to Billy Joel enough to be able to distinct one from the next.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I really know is Piano Man, but that's one of his most well-known songs.
Right.
Is Piano Man.
And I like him because of his lyrics.
Yeah.
And how he has put things together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's going to be interesting to see a younger Billy Joel in this one versus I've been used to seeing him
Billy Joel
older.
with no hair.
Yeah.
And the mustache goatee thing going on.
And it's white.
Yeah.
The mustache goatee thing. I think it was white in the last couple.
It's pretty gray.
Yeah,
it's pretty gray.
Mm-hmm.
So don't stop looking at my hair. We just had this conversation.
We had a conversation off camera.
Off camera about this, and bottom line of it is that I was noticing how
gray your hair was getting.
Gray my hair was getting, and if you go back in some, in previous videos. And then you come back and you look at
grayer.
Like this one, it's just like, I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Maybe you need to get your hair cut, and then the gray hairs will not be
maybe
so noticeable.
Maybe she'll cut them all out.
Yeah, exactly. No, you need to shave your head for that to happen.
I'm not gonna look like Ichabod Crane.
Then they are not going away
with a pumpkin.
No, you need to get another. What is it? The Gibbs cut. Another Jethro. Yeah.
And
I can't think of what it's called.
I could do that.
You've gotten one before. I can't think of what it's called.
Anyway,
the Clipper cut.
Anyway,
let's just get back into this. Yeah, and then we can talk about how Billy Joel doesn't have his white hair yet. So anyway, alrighty guys, let's get started. Full head of hair.
I like the bass.
I like the piano. That's talent. Yep.
We all have a face that we hide away forever, and we take them out and show ourselves when everyone has gone. Some are satin, some are steel, some are silk and some are leather. They're the faces of a stranger, but we love to try them on.
He's angry.
We all fall in love, but we disregard the danger. Though we share so many secrets, there are some we never tell. Why were you so surprised that you never saw the stranger? Did you ever let your lover see the stranger in yourself? Don't be afraid to try again. Everyone goes south every now and then. Ooh, you've done it, why can't someone else? You should know by now, you've been there yourself. Once I used to believe I was such a great romancer, and I came home to a woman that I could not recognize. When I pressed her for a reason, she refused to even answer. It was then I felt the stranger kick me right between the eyes. Well, we all fall in love, but we disregard the danger. Though we share so many secrets, there are some we never tell. Why were you so surprised that you never saw the stranger? Did you ever let your lover see the stranger in yourself? Don't be afraid to try again. Everyone goes south every now and then. isn't always evil, and he is not always wrong. Though you drown in good intentions, you will never quench the fire. You'll give in to your desire when the stranger comes along.
All right.
There you go. So what'd you think about that one?
Since I actually have to talk about this one.
A little more palatable.
The first thing I put down, it's a lot easier said than done. When basically what he's telling you to do is to get back on the horse after something's happened. Yeah, Billy, it's a lot easier said than done.
He's been through this a number of times, by the way,
Well,
in his life.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I'm just saying, he's saying, like, don't be afraid to go back out there. I don't know if that's one of his lyrics, but it's pretty close to one of his lyrics saying, don't be afraid to go back out there and, all this stuff. A lot easier said than done. Another thing that came to my mind was a lot of these thoughts are post-relationship versus during or pre-relationship. You start thinking about all this stuff a lot of times, or at least in my case, after you've gotten out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start thinking about all this. Well, did I really know the real person who I was with? I gave them all these secrets. I trusted them. All this stuff. Did I really know who they really were?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Raises a very, very, very deep question that you almost never get answers to.
That's true. That's where faith and trust and all that come in.
Yeah.
And distrust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I was going through the lyrics, and I agree with what you're saying, okay, at least I know where you're coming from. When he says, for example, we all fall in love, but we disregard the danger.
Yep.
We share so many secrets. There are some we never tell because we don't tell necessarily. We don't tell everything.
Mm-hmm.
We tell what is going to look pleasing to the other person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Especially during dating.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, so why were you so surprised that you never saw the stranger? Did you ever let your lover see the stranger in yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not, why should that surprise you that this happened? Okay, I'm going from lyrics. I'm not going from emotion from the heart here. Okay, from your particular standpoint or my particular standpoint. But in regard to, because, and it gets to what you were saying as far as sharing things and sharing secrets and whatnot. Okay? But if you trusted them with everything, okay? If you haven't trusted them with everything, why would you expect them to trust? Why would you expect them to trust you with everything on their side?
Right.
So he looks at it from that standpoint. Don't just point the finger at them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you point the finger,
You got 3 coming back at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right. That sounds like a Grandpa Brown, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the part, don't be afraid to try again. Everyone goes south. Okay? Every now and then. Okay? As far as, I'm not so sure that is a after the relationship is done and you're back out. It could be. Okay? It could be. But it also could be, because if you just look at it from those 3 lines, I can see what you're talking about. If you
Look at the following line.
look at the following lines, you've done it, why can't someone else? Okay, you should know by now because you've been there yourself. Okay, because you're not telling all your secrets. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You, again, when we date, when we go out and we're looking for somebody, we are presenting our best. Okay? And when they say, okay, tell me about this, ask me anything, I'm an open book. Okay? And you may give them 29 out of 30 chapters, but it's that 30th chapter that, that you really don't want to go there right now.
Yeah.
And maybe down the road somewhere.
Exactly. And
Okay,
that's where it might have been in this video or the last video, but we were talking about masks. Was that in this video?
That's this one.
Was that earlier on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I relate it to walls. That's something to where, and I was saying this, it takes a very special person for me to be able to break down those walls.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to get to that 30th chapter. And eventually I will tell you that 30th chapter. But you have to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to earn that 30th chapter.
Right.
Unfortunately, but I've been burned quite a few times, so you have to earn that 30th chapter.
And, and only you are going to know how close they're, only the person is going to know how close you're getting to that 30th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's fine. That's all good. So I'm, as I'm looking at this, again, it's almost, you can't blame, here's the situation. You can't put all the blame on this person.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be something that triggered that person to do what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, relationships are give and take, right? Good and bad. So, or known and unknown. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was something that they know that you haven't said yet. and they already, and somebody else has told them something, or whatever the case is. I've been in that situation before. So, there's a lot of different reasons why people,
Mm-hmm.
have a certain mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting concept, because at first, to me, when I first heard this, it was like, yeah, and it was an easy finger pointing song for me.
Bye.
Okay, but then when I really started listening,
Uh-huh.
when I really started listening, then it was like, oh.
You've got
Yeah.
3 pointed back at
I've
you,
got
mister.
I've got 3 pointing back at me, so
Yeah.
I'm more guilty probably than they are. So anyway, it's a good message,
Mm-hmm.
and I think all of these things are, these last few videos I think have been a good message. Not only, in the fact that not everything seems to be, not everything is always what it seems to be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. And, whether it's from that self-esteem person, that self-esteem part, you see me on the outside, but it's not at all like what I'm
Mm-hmm.
inside. There was a song years ago, and called, it was by Smokey Robinson. I think it was Smokey Robinson, The Tears of a Clown,
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Talking about how, everybody sees him as the life of the party,
Mm-hmm.
but inside, he's crying. here's the tears of a clown, you know, because the tears are on the inside.
Kind of reminds
And
me
you would-
of I don't think it might have been DC that released it, but Joker. He had a job, and it fits into this. He had a job as a clown, but on the inside he was dying, literally dying.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, you just don't know. Well, that's because it got frozen by acid. So
No, that's what he always did in the
Yeah.
mirror because he wanted to feel
Well,
happy,
well,
but he couldn't.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
So
But you get,
yeah.
you get what we're saying here.
Mhm.
So you just don't know what is going on with somebody. Okay,
Mhm.
so every day. Okay, every day when you see somebody, you know, give them that smile. It may be the only smile that they get.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
give them, you know, because you don't know what they are.
Right.
You don't know what their story is.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it's a good message all the way around, and why people do look the way they do, and why people do with masks and things, the things that they do. They're defensive mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway.
all right, you ready?
I'm not gonna do the announcements today.
Okay.
I don't feel like doing the announcements. So anyway, guys, you get off scot-free. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to smack that like button. Really helps us. Know what you like, what you didn't like. If you put something in the comments that you didn't like, please leave it as constructive criticism, not just being rude and bullying. Your comment will be removed, giving you that heads up right now. Please word it as constructive criticism. And be nice about it. Anyway, but other than that, make sure you hit that like button. Really helps us. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, we'll see you all in our next video.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, guys. Peace out.